everyone. So obviously I've been doing a lot of videos talking about Raptors, and for a long time with this new second generation Raptor, a lot of people have been hoping that the V8 was going to return, similar to like the V8 they had in the first gen Raptor. Now, for a long time, everyone knows Ford's been developing a new 7.3 liter V8 gas engine. It's been nicknamed the Godzilla engine. A lot of people have kind of been hoping, praying that that ends up going into the Raptor. Now, for 2020, we already know there is no V8. They're still going to keep the 3.5 liter EcoBoost high output engine that they've been putting in the Gen 2 Raptor since 2017. Now, everybody pretty much knows that that 7.3 has been in development. Ford's revealed it, but they really haven't released any numbers on it yet. Now, we all know that the high output EcoBoost that's in the Raptor now has not changed since it was debuted in 2017. It makes 450 horsepower and 510 pounds of torque from that 3.5 liter twin turbo. Well, Ford has officially released the horsepower and torque numbers for the 7.3 liter pushrod gas engine. Now this engine is slated to go in the Super Duties, and not in the F-150, not in the Raptor, anything like that, but it's designed to be a work truck engine. It's old school pushrod. It looks like it's a very, very mild tune, and from a large displacement V8 engine, it's basically what you would expect. It's makes a lot of low end and good mid-range torque as well. Well, like I said, Ford officially released the number. Now, most people expected this engine to be pretty powerful because it's a 7.3 liter. That's a lot of displacement. Well, not only does it not make as much power as a lot of people were expecting, it still doesn't make as much as the current second generation Raptor engine. So this new 7.3 liter gas V8 engine makes 430 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 475 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. So that means that the current 3.5 liter twin turbo engine that a lot of people really don't like because of the sound it makes 20 more horsepower and 35 more pounds of torque than this monster V8 engine that Ford just came out with for their work truck engine. Now, obviously, the Raptor engine is a much more sophisticated, much more highly tuned engine designed for performance, whereas this engine is much more designed for longevity. It's designed for work trucks to be loaded up all the time, and it's a very, very mild tune on it. Now, it's good, like I said, it's going to be going in the Super Duties. It's designed to replace the current 6.8 liter gas V10 that they have. Someone could absolutely supercharge this. I'm sure people will be supercharging this engine. It looks like this thing can take a lot more power than it does. It comes with from the factory, so you could probably easily get another 100, 200 horsepower out of this thing, no problem, with a supercharger. But in stock form, the Raptor V6 still makes a little bit more power than this big V8 does. So I don't think this engine's ever going to go in the Raptor. There was also some articles online to put this engine in the Mustang. This is an old school engine. Ford's kind of just doing this basically just for work trucks that are running tons and tons of idle hours, tons and tons of just regular driving under heavy loads. So it looks like this engine is probably going to be just a work truck engine and never sort of hopped up or designed for performance. It's not going to behave like an overhead, like a dual overhead cam engine will. So all the people out there that were kind of hoping that this 7.3 eventually migrates, perhaps in the third generation Raptor, into the truck, I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, it just doesn't look like a performance-based engine at all. It's a very mild tune. Obviously, you can hop it up if you want to with a supercharger, which I'm sure a lot of the Super Duty owners, or some of them at least, will. But it just doesn't look like it's going to be set up like this. I'll post the links to some of these articles. They go into more depth explaining how the engine's built. It looks like they really, really overbuilt this engine, and it's like super, super strong. But it's your typical slow revving, large displacement, good low to mid-range torque engine, but it's not designed for really high performance. So unfortunately, all the people that were kind of hoping for a V8, this just isn't really set up for it. And the twin turbo high output V6 still makes more power than this big block 7.3 gas V8 engine does. So Ford just released this information. I figured I'd put it out there for all people that watch the channel who were kind of curious. I had been waiting for these numbers, and now Ford has officially released them. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.